Welcome back to Satisfactory. Hey, I was checking out our copper ingot, and I'm noticing we are not using all of this because look at all these yellow lights. Then I look further, and it looks like a good chunk of this is backed up. Plus, also, check out this rainbow. The weather effects are kicking in. Of course, we're in the desert, so we're not going to see all of it. Part of me says, we need to... If we pulled a big chunk of this copper, then we could make sheets here locally. I wonder if I have a sheets factory. Doesn't look like it. I mean, if I went through... Like, I could probably use this wire. I could use this wire factory. Like, there's a 1 unit in, 1 unit out factory that I have that I could use. But my point is that this isn't... This is pausing. Which means we're not fully utilizing. We're not making all the wire, but... If I check the wire... Some of it's moving all the time. Some of it's not. My guess, this is a... Once things get fully utilized down the track, we'll end up with a lot of copper usage. The AI is over here. $37.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 60 times 37.5? Divided by 3? Yeah, so 3 belts is enough to carry all of this. We're just not consuming all of it. Ideally... Yeah, technically we're on 4 belts here. Of course, I have it prioritized. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Right about here. I guess we can double in regardless. What I want... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to find a power supply. I have become annoyed with my constant being knocked down for not having power. The problem is if I connect the drone here, we're gonna have to get another separate power supply or fuel supply. And I don't want to do that. Just enough. that should be enough to at least let these guys run 24/7. And now we are sitting on a 5x platform. Let's just extend this way. Then we'll just put in a nice thin foundation, though technically I still don't have a solution for this. Five by 5 copper wire. Ironically, we're missing copper sheets and copper, not copper sheets, but encased beams. It's nice that whenever you go there for the turbo fuel, there's always turbo fuel in the uploader. Wasn't always the case, so I'm just appreciating the nature of it. Well, there goes all of our momentum. A lot of stuff, but none of the stuff I'm looking for. I don't even think I have enough to build one of these. Maybe there's a couple encased beams over here. What was the other thing? Encased beams and copper sheets. Crystal oscillators of all things. Where am I making... I'm not really making a good supply of sheets. We know we have a few being cranked out at the aluminum products factory. We'll pick up a couple sheets. Obviously, one 5x5 isn't enough. I feel like some of the sound levels have changed. That could be me. Never mind. Hmm, 5x5. It's really key that all of these machines actually make copper. So let's just double check that. It's subtle for it to be different. Every time I turn the corner, I think it's the last time. We have to collect everything that we need to build this back from the basic. Right? Normally I would give myself a little bit of a walkway, but I think in this case, I'm just gonna go with a plain old tower. It's still pausing, even with half of it. I guess, well, we might have filled those by now. Much easier with light. Uh-oh. There's some double-walled action going on here. And then we'll add a little power to it. Come on. There we go. I think I'm going to consolidate all this down to a single belt. We'll pull 2 down to the ground. Then we'll consolidate these 2 down. And then they're basically on a single belt. We're going to need to build a few of these. Each build of this is 40 copper sheets. I could do the full 78. That would be a lot. Divided by 40. 20 tall, that's a lot. I don't think we need quite that many. 10 would be a good starting point. But I know we don't have the juice right now to even build one of these. Copper sheets and encased beams. It's all of the decorative that's causing that. That's fine. Let's get... I could shoot these copper sheets down on this line. Oh, come on. There we go. We got to send sheets down to the AI limiters import. Belts last around 7 foundations, and we're on a 5 foundation blueprint, so we should be okay with this choice. I'd rather do it with a hot belt so we know it's all working. I'm tempted to just drop this straight to the ground and run a belt in the rough. You can't see it under here anyway. And then right here on the AI limiters, I'm gonna bring in copper sheets. All right, so now we've got copper sheets. This is more of a swap now. AI copper sheet swap. It's totally different because you don't want to have another drone trying to land there. End up with a bunch of copper sheets they don't know what to do with. That would be a mess. We should be able to make our way to the computer factory. And this is where we're making our AI limiters. Hey, here's the guy that was bringing in the copper sheets for us. No, wait, hold on. I'm getting confused. This guy's actually moving copper sheets 100% of the time. Paradise AI export. Well, if you want to, with copper swap. You're gonna let me put all this in here? Wow, they're getting really generous with the naming. Here's the guy that has the extra copper sheets. We'll have you drop it down a little bit. Merge onto that line, drop you down a little bit, then do a little swap. Couple extra copper sheets. $25 per 5, so it really shouldn't, it should never be a problem. We should always have room for more copper sheets. That should definitely increase our overall AI limiter production. So we can make more electromagnetic rods. This quick wire is going to get really used up as more copper sheets make their way in. And I think what we'll have to do is in a future episode, we'll have to double back and make that copper sheet tower much, 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 much taller. At least one, well, one belt worth would be a lot. It's 40 per half a belt worth. Maybe 10 or 15 tall. I thought I put a hyper cannon somewhere in this forest, but I can't seem to see it, so we're gonna stop over at the aluminum factory. I might have been able to make it if I had my focus from the beginning. Our in-flight meal was not very satisfying. So yeah, we'll just add to this so we can make some more copper sheets. The problem, of course, well, I set myself up for 2 belts input. I'm pretty sure it's divided by 2, so theoretically could do 1 belt output. 780 divided by 40. Yeah, that's still 20 tall. That would be a lot. I could probably start with 10. Yeah, there is definitely a hitbox bug there. If I go here and I say 5x5 copper sheets, I should have changed this icon. And it see, I want to see how much it's going to cost me to make more of these. 4,000 copper sheets, 3,000 encased beams, and right around 1,200 crystal oscillators. But for whatever reason, I can't add this to my blueprint shopping list. What does it take? Like the bottom left corner? No matter what, it's sending me to the build. So that's going to be annoying, but we'll figure it out. But hey, we recollected our copper ingots, which was this little part right here. We didn't collect very many though. 1 industrial storage, well, 2 industrial storage containers. And this is back to fully backed up. We could add a little injection. Just to give everybody some breathing room. Yeah, because these are taking 900 per, and this belt is only doing 780. We're never going to overload this until we upgrade our belt. The real problem is that we're not using all of our wire capacity. But hey, that's definitely a problem to worry about in a future episode. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll finish up the copper sheet build in the next one. And that should be enough for us to confirm that we're making use of our copper ingot factory here. All kinds of backup on the first half. Should I put in more storage? Nah, it's enough. We'll see you next time.